welcome to day number 14 of the Nail Art Advent. Today's theme is snow globe. So I am going to be starting with blueberry cream. We're going to apply 2 coats of this to our nail. Each coat is going to have a 30-second cure in an LED lamp. Then you're going to need some kind of sculpting gel, 4D carving gel, whatever you want to call it. We're going to make a tiny snowman to fit inside our snow globe. I'm not going to lie, this nail was an absolute pain. My dotting tool died its death to this nail, so part of it will forever be in this nail. Can you see we've made a little tiny snowman? Pop that in your lamp to cure, and then you just want to put a little bit of gel, this is just a top coat, on the end of your dotting tool. Place your snowman on the end of the dotting tool and just hold him there under. This is my little Melody Susie LED UV lamp that is really handy for stuff like this. So can you see I've just cured the snowman on the end of my dotting tool. Now, do you remember those little roses that people made in layers because they're super clever? We're going to do something similar with our snowman. We're going to build him up in layers kind of thing. But before we do that, we need to decorate him. Because he was so tiny, this was really difficult to show you. I had to dig out another dotting tool as well. So he's got 3 little bits of coal on his belly. That's his coal buttons. He needs little tiny coal eyes. You can't see here because I'm out of focus. And he needs a little tiny carrot nose. Now I'm putting, every time I do this, I just give them a quick flash cure. Maybe I full cured them, I can't remember. I think I might have full cured them because it's gel paint and I didn't want it to wrinkle or anything, even though I haven't put much on. But I'm using my brush here just to extend his little carrot nose, and I totally ruined it. But there we go. I mean, he looks like a snowman. He'll do. Give him a cure. And then I was going to do this in top coat. This was that thick top coat that I think has passed its best. I thought if I do it with this, it would be a lot easier because it would be, but it was just too thick and it wasn't quite right for the, so you need some kind of hard gel or gel in a bottle that's not in a bottle, just clear gel you need. Probably not in a bottle because at some point you won't be able to get the snowman into the bottle. So some kind of gel in a pot like this. This is hard gel. Basically you dip your snowman in, and then when you pull him out, right, initially it's going to look kind of overly elongated like this, but you kind of need to keep twisting it so that it starts to become more of a round shape. And then once you've done that, pop it in your lamp. See, it's kind of round now. I'm going to pop it in my lamp and I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds, but I do keep twisting it in the lamp. And then I'm going to give it another layer of hard gel. Now you can do as many layers as you want. You can make it as big as you like or as small as you like. I wanted it big enough that it looked like a kind of snow globe. So yeah, so it's just kind of repeating the process. Dip it in, turn it around, make it, can you see it's starting to look, it's definitely more round now. So you just kind of need to keep repeating the process. At this point I decided to add some little dollops of snow. If you're going to do this, just wipe the tacky layer off first because it you can't see it very well, but the little dots it almost like they wanted to bloom. You can see it on the back one. Can you see ever so slightly? It's kind of like wanted to bloom. But yeah, I thought if I'd done a little bit of that, it will look like we've got some snow in there as well. And then again, I've dunked it in. And I think at this point I leave him here because he looks like he's in a ball, in a globe. There's a bit of snow in there. And I'm also going to have to top coat it now, so it's still going to get another layer. I'm using the Madam Glam No Wipe top coat. And obviously look here, you can see he's not fitting in there. So I have to just sort of brush it on. And once I've done that, I'm going to twist it around so that it sort of all levels and looks nice and round. And then I'll pop it in the lamp. Now at this point, I was optimistic that I could get it off without ruining my dotting tool, but the very end of the dotting tool snapped off. Oh, I love this dotting tool. I've been using it so much. I'm so upset about my dotting tool. R.I.P. It's the Madame Glam one and I love it. But there we go. I've got more. I shouldn't moan. Right, then it needs a base. So I'm just taking some nude carving gel and making it into a bit of a pancake. And then I'm just going to press it on. And then I'm going to press it onto the nail. You might want to put a little bit of acetone underneath it to melt it to the nail before you cure it. Yeah, don't worry about the colour of it. We're going to paint the colour of it. For the actual base of the nail, I'm going to take this Moonstone glitter. This is from Nail Sugar. You can get 10% off Nail Sugar using my code NatMug10. I've also got a 30% off code for Madame Glam, which is NatMug30, which I don't think I've mentioned. But I've got a little bit of base coat on my application brush, and I've just brushing it onto the nail here. I prefer to do it like this because I get too much base coat when I use the base coat bottle brush. So I just like to apply it with the application brush. And also when I'm doing a little scattering of glitter like this, it's just easier to pick the glitter up with the brush that I've already got base coat on, if you see what I mean. Literally just a tiny scatter, nothing too extreme. I didn't really know at this point what I was going to do with the bottom. But I like once I'd finished this, I was like, I need to do something else to it. It just looks too plain. So that's going to go in the lamp for a cure. And then I decided to velvet matte top coat. I couldn't say it right. Don't worry as well if you hit the actual base of the snow globe. It's probably a good thing if you do, actually, because it's just going to give it something else to help it adhere to the nail. A little bit more of a, you know, protection, because again, as I said before, we are going to paint over it. So don't worry if you go, you know, if you do hit it with the velvet matte top coat. This is what I'm going to go over the base with. I wished I'd used the silver looking back now, but I love the gold. Always my first instinct is to go to this gold gel paint because I love it. However, I think this nail would have preferred, I think I would have preferred it silver, but there we go. It's done now. Yeah, so once we have gone all the way around the base with the gel paint, I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. And I also just gave the snow globe a bit of a buff with a wipe, because where I'd been handling it, it'd gone a little bit dull. So I just wanted to shine it back up again. And then I decided to add some crystals. These crystals are from the Swarovski bumper mixes that Crystal Parade do. I absolutely love their bumper mixes. They're utterly amazing. And these, I separated out all of my bumper mixes, but these are some of the pointy back clear crystals that you get in the bumper mixes. Some of them are foiled, some of them are unfoiled. And I wanted to use the unfoiled ones and the foiled ones. So I'm using my Rachel Wilder's Crystal Fix. And I decided that at this point I would add some crystals to the nail because it needed something extra. And with me using the blue base and the clear crystals, can you see why I wish I'd gone with silver? I just feel like the silver would have gone a bit better. But never mind. It's done. Also, I got some denim blue crystals out, but I didn't actually end up using those denim blue ones there in the tray. There we go. I've got 3 pointy back crystals butted up to the base, and then I grabbed my clear Preciosa crystals. These are round flat back ones, and I just added a kind of like scattering of these onto the nail until I was relatively happy. I'm using Rachel Wilder's Crystal Fix, which is available from Crystal Parade as well. You can get 5% off there using my code NAT5. This is what it looked like at the end. I mean, I thought it was cute. I kind of like the idea. I'd do it slightly differently if I was going to do it again. But don't forget to check out Kelly and Karen's videos. Their YouTube channels will be linked down below. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this advent so far. God bless. Love you all. And I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.